Hi, I'm Danny Inger. I've written to you in the past. The title of this email or this notice is You're Invited. I usually in my emails follow format, typically what to say, where I just talk about something that's on my mind. I do what we did, what the Abolitionist Society of San Luis Obispo County did between the last email and this email. And then I talk about what we're going to do in the future, and then I usually share some videos from what's gone on. So I'm going to try to follow that format in doing a video, and just try this format, see how it works. What I wanted to say is I wanted to talk about one of the fears that I have. One of the fears that I have as I look and analyze what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why. I wonder why aren't other people joining? What am I doing that is keeping people from joining, from rising up, from standing up, and from doing the work of abolition? Now, some people have, but not many people have, and I think that's strange. But I have to look internally and say, well, is it something that I'm doing? Is it something that I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. But the fear that I have is this, that one thing that's keeping people away is that they look at Danny and they think that's what abolition is. That they see me either in the light, they say, whoa, he goes on the street, he holds up signs, he talks to people, and you know, I could never do that. Or on the other hand, they say he's a moron and I don't want to be an idiot like him. You know, either of those two camps, I probably qualify for both statements. And if either of those things, if people are looking at me and saying, do I want to be what he is? And that's keeping them away from doing the work of abolition, that would bother me. And I'm not perfect. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is when I'm typing, I can use spell check and I can use different words and I can reread it to make sure it's right. So I'm trying to put myself before you. It's just me, and I can't correct. I make mistakes. I do things that are wrong. I'm just a person like anyone else. And as I've done this, I didn't want to do this. I didn't think I could do it. I've been scared. And the one thing that I tell people if I ever get a chance to talk to Christians and tell them about what it's like, is I tell them that I'm out there, and they say, well, how do you go out there? How do you get over your nervousness? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I say, I'm not over my nervousness. I go out there and I'm nervous. On the way, I'm sick to my stomach. The night before, I can't sleep. And then I go out there and the peace of God comes and He's with me. While I'm on the street, in front of the church, in front of the abortion clinic, in the colleges, wherever I'm at, God's with me. And He's not just there supporting me as far as He's giving me peace, but He's also correcting me. He's also teaching me. As I'm talking with other people, He's showing me errors in my own thinking, or pride, or arrogance, or you know, He's with me, not only giving me peace, but also teaching me. It's the coolest thing I've ever been through. And it's very hard to share that with people. I can't give it to you. I can tell you about it, and I try to tell people about all I can. We're all looking for someone to teach us the right way. How do I understand the Bible? Well, you go and stand on the street and you have people confront you when you're standing with God. God actually teaches you. You'll say something and He'll convict you that you said it wrongly. You'll be afraid. Even the fear for me was a big thing that God walked me through by the hand. He just said, hey, look, come with me. And I said, oh, okay, I don't want to go with you because my business might be attached to you. Oh, and I realized that's wrong. It's His business. So it's an amazing experience, and I want to invite you. And I hope you don't see me and think I am what abolition is. because all abolition is basically, it's just Christianity. And you see what I do, I'm sharing it. But that's how God is working through me. I'm an instrument of Him. I'm a pen in His hand or a paintbrush in His hand. And everyone else is a different paintbrush, different instrument. And while I am painting a certain stroke in a certain way, one of the joys that I'm hoping to see, and I can't wait to see, actually I get to see it in some people, is how God is going to use them. How He's going to paint the painting differently than me. And what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to be like me or do what I do in order to be an abolitionist and in order to do the work, stopping the unborn. You have gifts, you have talents, and you have abilities. And God wants to use those for His purposes. And so one of the things that I look to is to see how God is going to knit together His people in the county to do this great work of ending abortion. And so I'm inviting you to join me. I also hope that you invite me to join you. If you want to do something totally separate from me, let me join you, and I'm happy to just come and help you in what you want to do. My desire is to serve the Lord and be with His people. So I hope that what I do and how I do it doesn't keep you away from doing what God has called us to do. As I said already, abolition is just Christianity practiced. If you believe the Bible, if you hold to the Word of God as true, then likely you're an abolitionist. Well, if you do hold to the Bible as true, then you are an abolitionist. And so I don't know what's stopping people, but I want to put myself out there, be as vulnerable as I can. If it's me, maybe I've wronged you or sinned against you, or maybe you think that I think bad of you. I don't. But if you think I do, come and talk to me. I'm happy to tell you what I think. I'll be honest with you. So those are my thoughts, unedited. What we did last month, I went down pretty much by myself. My family did join me one morning, but I went down to Grace Church in San Luis Obispo, stood out front, and I put up signs of aborted babies, calling Grace Church. I asked them the question. The first Sunday was could you be convicted of loving the neighbors that are being murdered 4 blocks from your church? The next Sunday I was asking them if they're doing what the pastor said in his sermon, because he said, you know, stand up and be a voice and talk out. And I'm like, hey, that's what I'm doing. And the third week, I got our incarnation cards, which I don't have one handy, but they're beautiful, and I gave as a gift to the people. I said, hey, this is a picture of Jesus. You know, you're going to celebrate Him. Here's a picture of Jesus. I wanted to give it to them and tell them that, hey, they're murdering Jesus right down the street from your church. And then the last Sunday, went in there and I asked them, hey, we're raising an army to go and end abortion. Would you come? Would you join? I invited them. Come on, please join us. Whatever it takes, let's stand up together and end abortion. So I went to Grace Church and I pleaded with them in every way I knew how, and I exposed the issue of abortion. And you know, the seeds were planted there prayerfully, and prayerfully God will use those. I also made and released the videos. I went to Grace Church 2 years ago to let them know there was an abortion clinic 4 blocks from their church. So this time I knew that they knew that. And so I put those videos out so you can see what they said the first time I went to their church. I'll be working on the videos the second time. Then what we're going to do, well, this Thursday, we're going to have a meeting. We're going to be, we're going to do agitation at Pastoral's High School. You need to contact me if you want to go. You can message me, email me, or call me. We're going to be tackling the argument, My Body, My Choice. This is a quadfold, what it looks like. It says My Body, My Choice on it, very popular slogan. We have a diagram This is from a medical book, and it just talks about that argument logically. Whose body is it? And the inside, it has a picture of a baby in the womb, and it has an aborted baby that is about the same age, and it continues the argument. And typically, I'm not exactly sure. I've read this, but not recently. But usually, the gospel is right here on the back. And so we're going to bring this up. I hope you to wear our pink shirt that says "Killing Babies No Way to Planned Parenthood." And so I invite you to please join us. And we have these for you. You don't have to bring anything. We have signs. You don't have to hold a sign. You can stand back and take pictures. Just observe. Sit in your car. Don't feel like you have to do anything, but you can join us. You can even join us in prayer if you want. We'll be at Pastoralist High School this Thursday in the AM and in the PM. Now the PM is going to go from the high school, then back to our home for fellowship and meeting. And so you're invited to all of that. Contact me and I'll give you all the details. And then videos. So we're going to go through the videos of Grace Church I've already talked about. I also did some videos like this where it's just me talking to you about pro-life versus abolition, because that can be confusing. Also, I did another video about the pro-life movement to try to help it better. And then I also did a video. A lot of Christians ask me, well, what can we do? What should we be doing? And so I did a strategic vision for ending abortion in 2016 in San Luis Obispo County. So I did that video too. So those are the videos. I pray that you would seek the Lord in this, and that you would stand for the unborn. And my hope is to see how abolition comes out in your life. I would like to see how God is going to paint the work that He's doing in San Luis Obispo County with the brush that is you. My prayers are with you. My thoughts are with you. We do love you. And abide in Him. That's the thought that came to my mind. Abide in Jesus Christ. We love you, and we'll see you prayerfully Thursday. And if not, don't let any stumbling block get in your way. We don't think about anybody. Everybody has meetings and everything else going on. Just come when you can. So, thanks. Have a great day.